camps.
Yo, we're back for Overwatch, baby. We're back for Overwatch. Annoyed, very annoyed, but we're getting ready into the game. Look at this. Look at these cool little things that I started for these guys. Yeah, okay, that's all we're freaking getting from that. We're going into the game.
That is so sick, but let us talk about what is going on. We are already into the match right now. And, you know, just to start things off before this match starts, I just want to give out a huge shout out to our sponsors, the Fredericksburg Nationals, the Fred Nats, a local minor league baseball team in our greater Fredericksburg area. We're greatly appreciative of everything that they do for us and for the things that they provide for our program. Thank you so much. But now we are getting into Overwatch, the game that I oh so love to cast. Let's talk about the team real quick before we get into the game. We have Zacharias in the top right-hand corner, our team captain, the main DPS, the Genji one trick, some might say. Below that, we have Snappy. I've seen her play multiple champs. I've seen her play Tracer and Echo. Quite prevalent, and she's whipping out the Symmetra on this map. Quite a classic pick. Down below, our tank player, Pinsky, known for playing Winston and Reinhardt. On the left-hand side of the screen, we have both of our supports, Death Star and no clankers or fives and Beefo Gogi on the field, and I'm quite excited to see what's going on. Now, Jack, tell us about this team comps. What are we going to see?
So last week we heard them a lot about talking about running a dive comp. They've been practicing it a lot, and it's been working out fantastically for them. The enemy team seems to be running a very aggressive brawl comp, which means we might have to very quickly switch up the game plan Malga, but that does not matter when Fives is going to be able to pick up the first one on this cross angle. That is Beef Bulgogi going to be going down. We have to heal up our tank right here, but it does not look like it is going to happen. Zacharias.
That anti-heal.
And, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm totally like messing up your flow. I did not mean to. Keep going.
You are A-okay. Yeah, Zacharias and Safi are forced to run out of here as the tanks and supports are going to be the first ones to fall. I think the first things we're going to be switching, obviously, are the tank and the supports here to try to combat this Malga. Such an aggressive team comp. Now, Sean, if I remember correctly, the Overwatch team, we are still undefeated, no?
That is correct. We have a perfect record at the moment. We have dropped a few maps, but we have still won every single set. Zacharias gets the nutty pick onto the enemy team's Kiriko, but goes down to the double beam characters of the Symmetra and the Zarya. You know, it's really hard for Genji to be playing in this comp because he can't deflect two of the main team's attacks. What team are we facing? I did not catch that.
This
Marietta
is
College.
Marietta
College. Marietta is just able to play these strong beam characters, and it looks like UMW is going to be no, wait, we had the Zarya. I was confused in our own team comps. They had the Malga as the tank. We're swapping to the Zarya to provide bubbles for our teammates, most likely for the Tracer and to the Zarya herself so that she can go in safe and protected. We have two ultimates coming out for the enemy team. Safix getting an amazing pick onto the Kiriko in the backline, but has to retreat back and gets picked by the Coalescence. Marietta, a strong performance. Now,
Alrighty.
man,
this is rough. I think the problem is UMW right now are running a comp that they know does work into a very, very aggressive snowball heavy comp of Marietta. The Malga just outputs so much damage, and so does this Symmetra, who is able to just play so aggressively. For no punish, Zach is going to be able to get the diff right here as Fives is going to be able to first one. Pinsky finding theirs as Juggernaut is going to pick off Zacharias. People going and Pinsky are going to be able to clean it up, and that is a team kill for UMW. Finally, some motion in our corner.
Very well played by our Eagles. We had to use two ultimates to get that happen, though. We had to use two support ults, which are very crucial into this stage of the game right now because UMW cannot drop this point at 89%. If Marietta gets it one time, then they are going to take the game. We have Malga coming out with a good Genji play, with a good, oh my god! 4 picks in the Genji SDs, and UMW using 2 more ultimates to take hold of this point while only trading out 1 Malga ultimate. I am not entirely sure if UMW won out on this trade. We did take the point right now, but we had to use all of those ultimates, which is kind of scary. On the enemy side, though, they still have a Katsuni Rush where they're going to be sending out right now. We also have a Genji play coming out from Mariana. Gets 3 picks. Pinsky goes down. Fives go down. Beef goes down. That Genji blade is going to looks like to take out our Zacharias, and Marietta is going to take this first map, but not the set. This game mode is best 2 of 3. So UMW still has a chance. Zacharias looking ever so pretty with those wings. Look at those wings.
I think a very important thing right now that UMW need to understand is that you cannot combat an aggressive comp with an aggressive comp. They're running a Mauga. Mauga is very upfront, in your face, aggressive, and they're going to do their best to just output as much damage as possible. Symmetra doesn't care about Zarya bubbles. You get charge off Zarya bubbles, and the Zarya getting charge as well, who cares? You're the better beam character in those scenarios. The Genji's just able to dance around the team, and I mean, Moira, Genji can't deflect that, and it's a lot of kind of area around healing that UMW just aren't able to deal with right now. Safi jumping over to the Sojourn right here could be the answer UMW need, being able to provide a little bit more long-range support. But I think what's really doing it in for UMW right now isn't the Mauga, isn't the Moira, it's their Symmetra.
Their Symmetra has been very integral, setting up those sentries and being a constant DPS threat. You know, Zacharias is just not able to dive in onto the backline, onto the Kiriko, because of those Symmetra turrets. Mauga Dash goes through, gets the pick onto Zacharias, you know, and it looks like UMW is going down. Now, this is usually our map, and we're usually quite dominant on this, but, you know, Marietta seems to be the better team at taking on these early capture points. Now starting at 3, 4, 5%, you know, UMW is going to have to touch soon. Sapphic so close, baits out with the Suzu and has to fall back. Genji going forward to win the 1v1, does not. UMW's down a member and they're going to have to fall back once again and wait to group as 5.
Yeah, UMW right now, we're kind of in a bit of a scary position because we're always being forced on the back foot right here. We're not really playing as a team. And it's just kind of throwing off our flow of everything right now. They're just absolutely... They're smothering us. We're not able to catch a break. There's no time for the team to breathe. And I think that's really hurting us in the long run. We're not able to set up. We're not able to find this kind of initial pick since there is just so much damage happening so quickly. Where do you look?
I mean, right now, I think UMW... As you said, we have to play as a team. Coalescence comes out from Marietta. Blade comes through from Zacharias, tries to get the pick. But, I mean, Moira getting a 3K with that beam. They're playing in those tight corridors where I feel like what UMW has to do is we have to push through that beginning market area with all of those closed doors and walls and push out into this main area. That's where Genji is able to thrive in an environment that's quite open, you know? If we're in those tight corridors, and as we saw, Moira ultimate is just going to hit all of them at once. And it's going to get them all picked. Genji
able to find a very good pick right there, but the Sim turret, the Sim TP is going to be able to get them out for free. As the team regroups right here, they're just all going to jump off. See, I think that's a very important thing that UMW is realizing. Marietta is not afraid to just take the team loss and all jump off, not give UMW the kill cred, not give them ult charge. Because they know that in the long run, they're going to be the ones who can win the long fight.
Exactly.
Shared 3 ults to 3 ults, a support ult on both sides, but they do have Mauga Cage, they have Sim Wall. This could be a very dangerous combo, and especially with Kiri Gates, this could be exactly what the enemy team needs. The Genji going in, overextending just a little bit. He is going to be the first one to fall, but that doesn't matter when Pinsky is going to go down as well as Zacharias. The Nano coming out, is that going to be enough? Here comes the overclock, beautiful one tap, forced to overextend right here. Gets able to find a second, but not able to get anything through that Moira wall, as Fives is the only one left alive, and it does not matter when Marietta keep their pressure. 10% left. It does not look like UMW are going to have enough time to touch. Actually, no, Pinsky switching over now.
It's going to be Mauga v Mauga, but, you know, Marietta had the ult charge on Mauga, plops the cage down, preventing any healing going towards Pinsky. Zacharias trying to salvage something, trying to touch the point, but, I mean, this Marietta being oppressive, and UMW swiftly gets 2-0'd in this first set, and it go 1-0 Marietta favored. Wow. I was not expecting this type of performance. This is quite shocking.
I think what UMW are realizing right now is that their traditional comps are not going to be able to work against Marietta. They are getting countered. They're getting counterpicked. There's nothing they can do right here in this game to just win via brute force. At the end of the day, this game is going to come down to what team is able to play the objective the best. And right now, Marietta, they're just able to apply that little bit more pressure to just keep the objective in their favor.
Their cohesion as a team is quite insane. I don't think we've seen this type of level of cohesion in quite a long time, at least this season. UMW has not faced a force like this, and so it's going to take a little bit of adaptability. Excuse me. Now, going on to the next map, I do believe it is Hybrid that will be playing next. So we could be seeing Kings Row. I'm not mind seeing Kings Row coming out from UMW. Now, what do you think we're seeing next?
I think it is entirely possible for us to see. I think Kings Row might be the best option. I feel UMW feel the most comfortable on that, but I ultimately think, yeah, we're going Kings Row. We're banning Sim. That makes a lot of sense. I think UMW we're trying to figure out what their weakest link is, and I think that's really going to be the most important thing to pressure out. But honestly, Marietta, they're hiding that very, very well. UMW had a hard fought game a couple weeks ago that were able to secure themselves still in this undefeated position. And Marietta, I believe they are actually defeated by who? Couldn't tell you. However,
Ramapo.
Ramapo. Thank you.
The people that we beat. So
yeah,
we'll see how it goes. But while we have a second, let me shout out to the chat. Radical Highway says, "OMG, hello, Sean."
Hello, James. James is on the league team with me. He's my goat.
Heck yeah. Esports Eric says Zach is a butterfly, and I believe he is a fairy. But yes, he's looking very decadent today. I heard this guy can't climb out of platinum in League. Interesting. From Radical Highway. Then we have Matthias with another 100 bits.
You know what, Radical Highway? You know what, James? I'm hitting Emerald tonight. All right, I've already hit Emerald. I just have to win 2 games. All right, I'm right there. You can check my op.gg after this game, and once I finish my homework, I will be in Emerald by at least 1 a.m. tonight.
And then we have a subscription, from Prime subscription coming out from Lobotomy, Winston Goat, of course. Sub for 6 months in a row. Interesting. And then Radical says Discord stream volume HUD. Of course, we do the spectating through Discord to take the load off of the stream PC itself. Don't call me out again.
Thank you, Jack, for sacrificing your PC's RAM for our streaming cause.
From Lobotomy, I love being the hashtag Eagle from Lobotomy. Team would be better with a Torbjorn. I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure. The Smash stream HUD is still on, covering the score from Gadzooks. Yeah, if I had more time to set up the stream beforehand, it would have been gone. And that is about it. Guys, Mayor Washington is in trouble with an emoji from Medical again. Good aim. And then Sappy Sleeper on tap, 1-tap Demon. I believe so.
That was a very nice play of the game that we saw. It's unfortunate that UMW took the loss. But going into Kings Row, I'm excited to see what is up. So Symmetra was banned. I'm not sure what the other game players banned this game, but I am excited to see. I'm wondering if we'll be seeing a diva this game. If we are on the attacking, are we on the defending side right now? I think we're defending. So we're probably gonna be seeing Ramatra. Wouldn't be bad here. We could probably be seeing Reinhardt. Could be pretty good too. But the diva comes out, and let's see what type of positioning UMW will be setting up for this first site. Now, Kings Row notoriously, oh my gosh, what's that word? I can't say that word. Notoriously? Yeah, that's the word. That gate right there in the front is really hard to get through. But if you can punch through that gate and get onto the point, then it becomes a much easier job. But getting through that gate, if UMW can play it right, it's super oppressive. We see the Diva and we see the Tracer and the Genji. We're looking to play a dive comp again, trying to get onto that back line. So let us see what our Eagles have to do or can do.
I think it's very important that not only are there clear and concise comms, but also that there are just targets being called, especially with an Echo in the air. There's so many different positions that you're gonna have to look from. They're trying to go for a very old classic rotate right now, but Safi, understanding what this Echo is trying to do and go, no, I am the proficient Echo player here, taking down this Kiriko as they dash in the DPS duo, and now Pinsky to back up, focusing down this Malga. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Safi picking up another one, halfway to pulse bomb.
Beautifully played by our Eagles, and we saw that gate. It's hard to get through. Safi on the flank gets the pick and is immediately a 4v5. And UMW just have to push through. Malga forced to retreat back, has no barriers and shields to block any type of damage. We can farm ult charge and get ready for this next fight. Taking a look at the ult economy right now, UMW is way ahead of the curve. 5 going down to a Genji flank, and Echo going through. D.Va without any heals has to fall back, gets demeched, and it looks like Marietta is going to be struggling with that Genji pick, and the Tracer goes down, and Zacharias, accepting defeat, gets picked off, and they start to capture this point.
It was a pretty solid hold from UMW right there. They did very good job fending off the first push, but I think the major problem right there was letting the Genji be able to take space and pick off no clankers from that high ground. And now you're going to have a lot of very close corridors. This Genji, this Echo are going to be so strong, and especially with this Moira beam jumping in here, being able to get away. You have to be able to take down this Malga immediately, but D.Va getting demeched is not a good sign. No tank now, 4v5 as this Malga is approaching ever more. You have to back off. You cannot do anything here. Tossing the nade to force him away. The DPS duo are trying just to find a pick right now. We are stuck between a rock and a hard place.
UMW, you know, I feel like their team comp is just getting countered. That Echo is really being able to provide a lot of heavy burst damage. It shoots that beam that does, what, triple damage when you're below half health, completely goes through D.Va's defense matrix. And once she runs out of armor, she takes insane damage from that, gets demeched, and UMW's down tank player, right?
Anti-nade is out.
And coming out from the defensive matrix comes through, blocking any type of healing projectiles going towards the Malga. And right now, UMW is going to be pushing forward, trying to see if we can capitalize on this pick. Catching rush comes out from UMW, and we throw out a nano charge. And right now, we're pressuring that backline. Kiriko forced to use Suzu on herself. Zacharias gets the pick on the enemy team's Genji that was blading. Beepo Gogi healing up the team, and it looks like UMW is slightly winning this matchup. We have D.Va back going, D.Va bomb going out, zoning them off the map, and Malga is already back onto the point. We don't have an anti-nade right now to hit onto that Malga to try to DPS him down. Sapphics goes down. It is 4v5 in this scenario. Marietta getting ever so close to that next capture point. D.Va gets demeched, and it looks like Marietta's going to take this round. Genji Zacharias is able to force out the Echo ultimate, and she won't have the ult for next fight, but they do secure the next capture point.
Yeah, UMW looked like they had a very good grasp on that fight right there, and the Echo ult was kind of wasted right there to keep them alive. I don't necessarily think that they needed that in order to win that fight there, which is really good because now Marietta, all they have left is this Malga cage, which could be pretty useful. Where we have Kiri Gates and Genji Blade, which could go for a pretty nasty combo. I think the big problem here is Pinsky is just getting absolutely overwhelmed by this Malga. He's not able to do anything as the Malga cage goes down right now. Unlimited ammo on the side of this Malga. He is going to fall as they try to focus him down, but not to no avail. Genji getting shut down, not being able to use any of that cage, as Safi is going to be the next to fall. UMW, just time after time after time, are getting responses to their response. There's nothing that we're able to do in this moment that seems like it's the set and true correct option. Enemy Malga is going to be outputting so much damage as the Moira ult is just going to do that much more. UMW losing 3 in that last chance to hold. 3.25 minutes left, and we're looking a little defeated, a little too early.
I mean, this has been quite a stomp of the first game. You know, we held that first point for a little bit, that initial push, you know, we and brought our spirits high. But I mean, after that, you know, Marietta was able to push through, capture that point, and it was basically an unstoppable force from there. With one slight setback near the entrance of the second site, we were able to hold them off a little bit there. But after that, I mean, they just blitzed through this site, you know, using their ults quite well. And UMW now on the attacking side, planning to play a rush comp. I'm not sure how good the JQ will be into the Malga. I feel like Malga is just going to chump check JQ unless we can get a pick onto the supports. But I mean, Kiri and Moira, hyper mobile supports that have many get out of jail free cards, with a blink and a Suzu coming up from Kiriko, and I mean the fade on Moira. Those are high cooldown abilities, so if we can clock them and try to punish them before they refresh, that would be best case scenario. But I'm just not sure UMW has the comp it takes to beat Marietta at the moment.
I think the idea here is trying to get a little bit more upfront damage to force the Malga into certain options right now. I like Safi on this Echo, providing a little bit more pressure in the air, but I do agree. I think this JQ is going to be a very interesting pick. Trying to fight Malga face on, you're a bit of a skinnier character, so you're able to do a little bit more. But now that Malga goes in, that is your chance to go in. Fives is going to be the first one to fall. Alz's Malga is in our back line, losing so much, but his heal is just going to counteract the damage that Safi is able to do. We're forced to walk away. This Lucio trying to speed us out, but it's just not going to work. I think already the team is going to have to go back to the drawing board in terms of our comp.
Safi, you know, did not have the tractor beam when that Malga was below half HP. It was on cooldown, so you weren't able to capitalize that bonus damage. And UMW going back to the drawing board, bringing out the Lucio for more mobility and AoE healings comparatively to what they were playing before. Now, Sapphics already down due to the burn from Malga. This Malga is an absolute beast. Just, you know, go ahead.
I think UMW we don't have an answer for Malga. I think we're able to kind of work around the rest of our team, but we have yet to play against a Malga this proficient at the character.
You know,
we're able to finally find two right here as Icarius is going to be able to scale off of this Safi, swapping to the soldier, going to be able to get a little bit more pressure, and Malga is going to be the next to fall, but not before taking down Pinsky with him. Team kill out for UMW, able to cap this point.
I think the very obvious answer after this game is to just ban the Malga. Get him out of here.
I agree. Get the Malga out of here.
The Malga is very oppressive right now, and the thing is, like, how do you deal with it, right? Well, on an Antinade, obviously. Makes sense, right? He can't heal, then, you know, he loses an entire character's ability, right? But you play the Ana, you are a sitting duck for that Genji and Echo, who can just dive onto you immediately, and you have no peel, right? So the only way to deal with the Malga is to kill off his supports, and then you can punish him. And that's what UMW did that last fight. They found a pick on their back line, pushed forward, and they're able to get the pick. UMW getting trapped into the cage fight by Malga, pushing back into attacker's side spawn, and we're just going to wait for our tank to come through.
Safi's going to decide to take some high ground right here. Pressure up this Echo. I don't think she knows he's here. Or we do! Echo at one, being able to copy Soldier, getting out barely on any life right now. Safi, now the one in the control on this high ground, being able to kind of look down and pressure the team from afar. Pinsky has the JQ ult and is going to be absolutely massive, but the enemy Kiriko Suzu is going to go down. Zach being able to pick up two right here, pressuring this Echo from above. Echo is one shot, but not before taking down Fives. Moira trying to pressure a little bit. The back in the room as well. Going to be able to Moira 2v1ing both of our DPS. What a stupid character. As Death Star is going to dance around Kitsune Rush coming out, trying to give us a little bit more space, as Josh is now going to be given the go-ahead to play a little bit more of the DPS style that he likes on Lucio.
Now, man, that was a really good cleanse by Marietta in that fight. You know, keeping that Malga, keeping our entire team alive, and getting rid of the bleed stacks that kept Jungle Queen alive with that HP regeneration. A rush coming through from Marietta College, right? And UMW forcing to fall back and playing high ground on top of the bar, waiting for that rush to go out before it looks to be coming around for the flank angle. Malga dashes forward, stuns Beef Bulgogi, Death Star, but it looks like UMW is going to trade picks for support for a DPS. Zacarius trying to get something to work, but I mean, he can't deflect that Echo tractor beam. But JQ gets the pick onto Malga, rushes forward, forces Fade, forces Suzu, supports have to fall back. Lucio providing the support that he needs, and it looks like Marietta is going to take the L, and they're going to force retreat and allow UMW to push up this point.
I think UMW may have finally found their answer, and once we get rid of this Malga, that might honestly just be the green light for UMW to really kind of play in our element. Leaving this Malga open probably made a little bit of sense in the long run. He's going to jump close, being able to take this, but he is going to fall. Cage is still locked down as the enemy Genji is going to be the one popping ult here. We can't break out just yet as their enemy Genji is going to be able to take 4 down.
5 gets the 5K.
I think that was the plan all along. I don't think the Malga expected to win that fight. Let me isolate JQ and, you know, let Genji do his thing.
I mean, if he isolates the team within his cage fight, sure, he goes down. But Genji Blade, AoE damage, probably has the perk that allows him to lifesteal. And, you know, shoot, it's just GG's over. They win that fight, but they do use 2 ultimates. Coalescence coming out from the Moira. Trade 1-for-1, forcing Suzu. Fives back in the corner, is still alive right now. Gets the double dink onto the coalescing Moira. Zacarius is able to follow up, gets the pick. Malga with no support is gonna be like, aight, you won this time. UMW pushes that point forward. 50 seconds left on the clock, and we're gonna get an extra 2 minutes if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that is correct. They're not able to touch as JQ is going to be fighting this Echo right now. Crazy pull and boop. The Echo is going to fall. Beautiful play from UMW. That gives us so much pressure now that the Echo is dead. And Genji in the back line absolutely pressuring. UMW finally look to be in our element. We're doing what we need to be doing, and that is playing super aggro. What is this Malga going to do? He's going to get booped off the map by Death Star. Beautiful stuff. That's just ever so much. Both support ults now being saved from UMW. Nothing there as Blade is being built up to. UMW, I think we finally have woken up.
Now, the crazy part about that fight was that Snappy was out of that fight the entire time. She was just pushing carts. They won that 4v5. We get the beat drop. We have the Katsune rush coming through. The soldier self-stim gets the pick onto the Moira. We used... 2 ultimates that fight, and we should be able to secure this point. I don't think they can touch, and UMW captures the point. 3-3. We are going into overtime.
3-3.
Let go UMW. Holy cannoli, Batman. That was crazy.
Cannoli is correct.
That was crazy.
I think the big problem that UMW faced was how do you fight against that Malga? And I think they finally found the answer for it. Is that going to work on defense? Possibly not. Is the Malga going to switch? Maybe also no, because it was still working. You're able to provide so much help, even if you are just, for lack of a better word, if you are just the tank, you know? You're the one that they're focusing because you are the scariest person on that team. They need to focus the Malga because he is basically a 3rd DPS if not attended to. And with your supports in the back, with those DPS, that is a scary concoction.
Shout out to the Twitch chat. Fun fact, Marietta offered TeleG an esports scholarship from TeleG7. That is interesting. I like cue ball in the pop-out screen. Oh, we got cue ball more than the pop-out screen. We got cue ball right here as well. Boom.
Hello, chat.
Coming back, map 2
I know,
first round. I agree. Oh, go ahead.
I wish I was here more. But this might just be a one-time appearance unless my coach allows me to come cast on Fridays during practice. But back into the game, and UMW on attacking again. A minute on the clock.
Damage.
Let's see
Missing
what
the
they
knife
are
right there
able
on the
to do.
Malga is a bit rough as he does rush in. This could be our chance to punish. He's so deep. The Kiriko going to go in as well, and that's the target to punish right now. This is just a kill corner. If we are able to pick up multiple here, this could be the team fight win for UMW, and it's looking like it. Their enemy Genji, no deflect, as Zach is going to take
Yes!
control of that. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. UMW were able to capitalize on a stupid play from the enemy tank and turn it into a capture. 30 seconds left. Every inch counts when you're in overtime. The smallest mistake could be life or death, as Death Star is able to provide a little bit of space and also get out with his life. That is so crucial. They're sticking Malga. They're believing in this team comp, and I think that's the most important part for UMW, because that means if they believe, we believe. Death Star is going to fall, and that's a bit rough, especially going into this OT clock.
Overtime is now starting. If we leave that point, that means that we lose this game. UMW going down, losing 2 of its members, get the pick onto the Kiriko. We force out the ultimate coming from the Echo. Pinsky goes down. No one is left on the point, and UMW able to capture the point, but are not able to push it that far. I think Death Star was playing a little too antsy, a little too far away from the team in that upper right corner. It was able to get picked off by the Echo, which then cascaded Marietta to push onto the point and, take over that round. Now, UMW have to hold this point for 3 minutes.
I think that was the right call, though, from Death Star. Oh my god, will it let me out of here? There we go. Nope. I think that was the right call from Death Star, though. You knew that they were going to want to... You knew that they were going to... I can't get over, no, the skybox. You knew that they were going to want to play aggressive. You knew they were going to want to push up. You knew that that was what they wanted. So pushing up, playing that off angle, forcing them to pay attention to something else is so pivotal, because that gives you time. And in overtime, time is everything. Distance is everything. But the problem was, I think he was playing just a little bit too aggressive, getting caught out in that scenario. And UMW just weren't able to recover because of it, because you were a little too out of position. You can play up and still in position, but I think Death Star was just a little bit too out of position in order to really make that off angle work.
Going into the next round right now, we have to hold this for 3 minutes and 12 seconds. That means if one of us gets picked off, it might spell the end of this game. All right, unless we could trade picks. UMW playing a little bit conservative this time, holding the high ground as Marietta pushes through that side building to get onto the right-hand side of the point. Pinsky gets the pick, does the shout, and is able to push Marietta into a corner. Both supports go down, and right now, best case scenario, we stall their death timers. We get them desynced from one another so that we have the maximum amount of time before their next push. But
And I think that's the
UMW,
most important part right now.
they got the first defend 45 seconds into the round. All of them are spawned back. Let's see if they can do it again. They're going to have to defend 3 or 4 pushes if they want to win this round. So that is quite a hefty thing to do. Marietta doing the same exact strategy, focusing Pinsky this time. Zakari's in the back line. Can he get the pick onto the Echo? Yes, he does. And now they're down 4v5, dashes through, does not get the reset, gets the reset now off of that pick. Trying to see, look for that Moira, passing out the orb. Life stealing is going crazy, gets the barely melee onto it, and only losing, I think, 1 team member. Very well played.
That was really, really good from UMW. They were able to capitalize again off of the pivotal mistake that Marietta made there. And I think that's only what it's going to come down to. I don't think it's really going to come down to who can slug better, who's able to get in there and really play the upfront game. It's going to come down to those side angles, those little bits of damage on the corners. And that's what UMW are going to thrive off of.
Marietta, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, right? They keep trying to push into that side hotel. Is that the hotel room on the left?
Yeah, hotel.
So they keep trying to push into that side hotel, and they keep getting picked off. Pinsky on the front, taking the brunt of the blows, while we have Genji in the back line. Zacarias getting that pick most likely onto the Echo, which is a very crucial part of their team's DPS. Now, finally opting to do a different strategy, trying to take the high ground by going up the staircase on the right, forcing UMW to play back a little bit to wait for them to overextend and get their pick. Their tank has been known to overextend. We saw it last round. We're waiting for that to happen again. Katsuni Rush coming out with the Genji blade, trying to get the pick onto the Kiriko, forces Suzu, passes forward into the enemy team right now. Pinsky gets the flash onto the Kiriko. Beat comes out from Marietta, trying to protect their team. Oh, not Beat coming out from UMW. Genji 1v1 in the back line, gets the dash headshot reset, and UMW seems to be winning. They pass the Jungle Queen ultimate. I'm not sure what it's called. Cage fight comes out, defends from the Mauga bullets. Pinsky gets the pick. It is now 1-2-3. Lucio in the backline trying to kill this Kirio. And is he going to get the pick? Yes, he does. It is now Mauga forcing the cardiac overdrive. Pinsky 1v1ing right now, getting the heal from the Lucio. But Lucio gets picked off by an SD? I don't know how he did get picked off, and it looks like Marietta in overtime is able to hold this point. Genji cannot be picked off right now. UMW has to rush back with Lucio. They have to get in position, and they just have to win one team fight, and UMW will take this round.
Yeah, you don't have a tank here for this first initial fight. Pinsky has long spawn! This is so bad. Pinsky has to take long spawn back. UMW have to find a way to not only hold this point, but also wait long enough for their tank to come back. All we need is one team fight win. We need someone to touch right now. And Zach, this is your time. You have to touch. You don't have a choice.
No! Victory. He got long spawned. And UMW loses this round because of it. I am speechless. Oh my god.
I don't know what to say. In that moment, it seemed like Zach was going to be close enough to touch, but we know Overwatch is weird. We know hitboxes are weird. And I think he was just waiting long enough to do a full team push, but in reality, you just needed that second stall to be able to touch. No dash on board. UMW down 2-0 in the series. And right now, it's not looking bright.
It's not looking good.
Did somebody say commercial break?
At UMW, we believe a name carries more weight when it's been forged by persistent dedication and hard work. It thrives when it's been driven to confront challenges with an open mind. Nurtured by long hours of unwavering commitment, amidst a community full of compassion and a sense of belonging. At the University of Mary Washington, your name will take flight in the spirit of innovation and will gain the confidence and courage to pursue dreams you never imagined possible, knowing it matters to build a life of meaning. University of Mary Washington, where you matter.
And we are back from that commercial break. And we have a couple of things to talk about. All right, Start things off. UMW are now down 0-2. So we have to win the next 3 matches if we want to take this game. And it's not looking good for our Eagles. The next map, if I'm not mistaken, should be, is it Flashpoint?
I believe so. We are going Rialto, and we're banning Moira.
Rialto, is that just payload? That might just be pure payload. Yeah.
We are banning Moira, and they are banning Tracer. I don't know what their coach is cooking. I don't know what bro is thinking right now, but whatever it is tiers above what you and I could understand, Sean. I think maybe
he is a hot dog.
Maybe the Moira is like, I don't know.
The Moira might be a crutch. I don't think that the Moira is holding it together. This player might just be a Moira one trick.
That is true. They could.
I mean,
very
you gotta
well be a Moira.
imagine.
Can we get a,
I mean,
can
if
we
you're-
get a profile check?
Yeah, if the profile isn't private, you can check.
No, it is a open profile, and it appears to be that they are most played hero, 67 hours.
Baptiste
On,
is
Moira.
second though.
But it's not a Moira one trick, but Moira is comfort. So banning the Moira does force them off comfort and going on to different options like Hiraco or Baptiste if he is still prevalent.
Welcome to Rialto.
I think UMW need to take this game not only as a chance to kind of regroup and restack the mental, but also realize that like at the end of the day, it really is a team game
Mhm.
that it comes down to. And the thing that I think Marietta is doing a lot better is they're not just focusing on one player and isolating just them. They are looking at UMW as a whole, and they're able to slowly peel every single layer back until they're the ones on top. Now,
Mhm.
Marietta, they are still able to run this Malga that has been absolutely stomping UMW, but now you have a Baptiste, you have immortality field, you have long distance healing, you have crazy burst output. Seriously, what are we doing with the
I
Moira
think
ban?
the Moira ban is mainly to allow for our Genji. Say he sees the light of day here, or did they ban Genji? No, they didn't ban Genji. I
They
think
banned
it's to
Genji.
help our
Tracer.
Genji say we do end up switching. Because, I mean, that beam is just nasty. You can't deflect that.
2, 1.
Another beam character banned, yeah.
Very
I am just shocked
unfortunate.
that Malga
You are-
stayed alive, though. I'm going to keep it a stat.
Yes, I am in shock that Malga is still alive. And
I will
think-
say, I just don't think Malga is like. Right now, they've just been like ignoring the Malga, right, and push force that back line.
And
I
I
mean,
think
like,
that's
take a look
exactly
at
what
this.
UMW need to do right
this,
now.
This Malga also just runs in, right? He just runs into the entire enemy team where the supports can't follow up. I mean, Moira can't fade in. Moira doesn't have that type of range. Baptiste doesn't have a lot of vertical mobility, no, horizontal mobility, right? And he just dashes in, which leaves their back line completely open. And if Moira has fade plus a beam, she can 1v1 Genji. But a Baptiste, much harder to do.
Trying to find a cheeky rock right there to again catch this Malga out of position. Bap MO field going up, not finding any picks just yet, but here comes another TP.
TP going forward, going toward that back line. Malga dashing forward, does miss, and with 5 to get the pick onto the enemy team's support, their Baptiste, they lose any immortality field. Sapphics gets the picks, and would you look at that, Soldier 76, constant DPS, seems to be the right pickup here. I mean, he has great range, great consistent damage, a heal that, you know, transforms into that combat stem, which gives him increased attack speed and, like, movement speed. This could be what we're looking for right now.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. And I think with the Sojourn as well, we're still able to have that instant one-shot potential that Soldier is kind of missing out on right here. Here comes the Moira TP into the back. Do we see that the Sim is one? Yes, and Safi is going to be the first one picked down. We're able to TP out of here as Genji goes down and Beef Bulgogi is able to pick up a second for themselves. Zach TPing out right here as Pinsky is still in the fray. Rock whipping
but he
right there as Zach is able to pick up one more, and now again Malga is forced to back off. There's no team able to help him, and he is going to get staggered. We're going to play aggressive to make sure that he can go down right here. The Rock is going to come out, it's going to connect, but he's not going to get booped. UMW forced to back, a little bit more
I
damage.
think we found the weak link. I don't know. The
I
Moira, it
think
might be a
we
little
found
too
the weak
early. I don't
link.
want to jinx anything, but I feel like that Moira might have been a little bit of a carry.
Now, I mean, looking at ultimates, we have 4 ults, and they're coming up on 4 ultimates too. And it looks like a rush comes out from Marietta, but I mean, it wasn't able to do a whole lot, leaving just the Malga right now. Gets only a single pick onto Zacharias. We get the team wipe.
Now, I mean,
UMW,
I gotta ask both of you guys.
looking good.
You got more time and skin in the game here. Are we gonna talk about the SIG that we're seeing right now?
I think this SIG is such a pivotal part of UMW's comp right now. Being able to have this on-demand shield wherever you need it, and also this rock for just pure displacement. I mean, look at how Pinsky is playing these corners. You don't even need to look at Marietta's team to know that Pinsky can just play around these corners right now. It is giving Sim charge, which could be a little scary. And he's not going to find anyone, but actually, we're just using it to get out of dodge here. Five's going to be able to possibly pick it up. No, Sim's going to TP out for free as Safi has visor right now if we need it. Zach with the overclock as well. This could be a very important ult coming out.
Map goes down.
Bulgogi is going in, picking up 2 for themselves as the enemy Genji is going to be the first one to ult. Zach is going to take it down, sliding, and that is a beautiful cleanup from UMW. 10 seconds left on the side of Marietta, and this is looking
wasted.
like a new UMW.
3 ults wasted. Marietta has nothing that they can do to get to this point in time unless there's some God Symmetra TP. Mauga dashes forward and it is for naught in UMW.
Looking completely different.
Hold the line.
Completely different. And I think that, and honestly, I take back what comments we were making. Understandably so. The Moira ban was the most important thing. That was the thing that was preventing UMW from being able to do so much there. Oh, it's the carry, guys.
Fell.
What's our timestamp?
What did he do?
Timestamp
Going in the edit?
Like 49 minutes.
He did a little bibbity bobbity boo magic to the camera.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Ah.
Did a little bit of magic. All right, we are like zooming around the map right now.
Those chicken fingers at the party.
Me when I smell a cookie.
Me when I smell a cookie. Freaking like, you know, like in cartoons, whenever you smell something really good, like a warm apple pie, they grow wings or whatever, and they start floating over. That's how I feel right now.
Warm apple pie.
Apple pie does sound really good. And oh my God, we're getting so close to Thanksgiving.
Oh, yes, we are. Our Christmas tree is going up Saturday.
That's disgusting.
We have seen the first character switch. I'm so sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, how about you mind your own business over here for a second? We understand that
hey,
they're sending
listen,
in
Bob, I'm trying to talk about the game
lady.
right now, doing our job.
We're talking about nostalgia.
Real men are talking right now, all right?
That's crazy.
So, going into attacking side right now, Wu Yang and a Ramatra is coming out. The Ramatra try to counter that Sigma, the Sigma on the wall, you know.
Who's the Sigmaist of the Sigma?
Who's the Sigmaist of them all? Hopefully it's UMW.
For the first time this series, we see their Mauga on a completely different character and absolutely getting shut
I think
down.
it was a desperation switch. It was a desperation switch. They knew they were outgunned and outclassed. Like, 100%. That's why they switched. And it's not working.
Not at all. Safi and Pinsky going to be able to take high ground right now. This Kiriko forced to use TP with crazy flick on that rock, trying to find somebody lacking. Five's in the back right now. Genji so out of position, and the anti-nade is going to be able to find that pick. Automatically a 4v5.
Marietta, just not the team we saw in the first 2 rounds. I'm not sure. It could be the map. It could be the Moira ban, right? But they're just not able to
Go
get
next, Marietta. Nice try.
anything done.
And
UMW
right
only losing, you know, Death Star himself. And look at the boys. We bring the game back 2-1.
Now
baby.
we're looking like the undefeated team. Now we're looking like it.
Yeah.
A dominant performance from UMW. Holy cow. That is a sick play of the game. I won't lie.
Fantastic stuff from Zacharias in the position right now. Absolutely beautiful play out there. And I think UMW have finally found their footing. I think after going back to the drawing board, really analyzing those last games, their coach was just able to be like, you know what? We have to target ban this Moira.
Well, we got a second. Let me introduce you to our players, just in case you haven't actually heard or seen of them before. First, we have No Clankers. He is going to be on support. And then followed by our other support, Death Star, aka Beef Bulgogi. And then followed by that, we have Zacharias on DPS. Who is our other DPS, you might ask? Well, that would be Sappy. And then who is the glue that holds everybody together? Pinsky, our tank.
Our tank player. The man that's like, do I have to work here? Do I have to play tank? And we're like,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh.
Okay, fine.
Because let's be honest, tank is a very, very, you gotta love that role to play it. Or you gotta love the team that you're playing with. I've played tank a couple of times. It is rough. I'm more of a DPS player myself, but I mean, me and like everyone else, like.
Oh, yeah, I also have an Overwatch button in case we need a second here. Boom, Overwatch button.
Sappy, yo, Thompson, ATP.
Team, I don't want to switch Sam. I don't want to do this.
Round one. Capture.
Here's the TP.
Let's go.
And just like that, boom, we're back.
And we are back. Getting into the next game. We're playing on Push. I don't know the exact title of this map. The name escapes me.
Esperanza.
But Esperanza. We are back with
Wait,
Push.
Sean,
Now for the
what
viewer.
bans happened, bro?
Oh yeah, so we banned the Malga and they banned the Soldier 76. So you're gonna see a distinct lack of those characters in this upcoming
But
game.
that means Sappy's
now,
back on the Tracer, though.
Tracer, yeah, it does come forward, but that also means that they have the Moira back on the enemy team.
Yeah, and
So
Zach is not on his patented Genji, but we do see Pinsky on the Ramatra, which is a favorite character of his. So this is going to be an interesting game.
it's going to be quite interesting indeed. Now, for the people at home that do not know how push maps work, it's pretty self-explanatory. There is a giant robot in the middle of the map right now. The enemy team and you have to push that map further onto the enemy side that is onto your side, and the maps are mirrored. All right. Now, the UMW does go down in this initial fight, but we're still slightly holding on to one of our lives. Sappy was not able to get out in time.
Monkey v.
And
Monkey.
Marietta comes through in the first push.
But let's see it. So we're playing fairly similar comps right here. Kind of more... Once we see their Winston dive, I can imagine Pinsky is going to be the one opting to dive. And here he goes into that backline. Displacement at 5s is just going to get caught out. Sappy in the backline right now trying to do a little bit of damage to this Genji as Pinsky is jumping down. Beef Bulgogi able to pick up one as Zacharias and Pinsky grabbing one for themselves as well. All we have is a Lucio to heal right now as we are going to pressure this Kiriko in their backline. Sappy jumping in, being to apply a little bit of damage as Zacharias is going to pick off their Winston. Finally getting great stuff right there on
amazing
Kiriko
staggers
as well.
Holy cow. And UMW takes control of the robot, and we're going to start pushing it. Now, the top side of the screen, you see how far each team has pushed. We are on the blue. Enemy team is purple. UMW blue, Marietta purple. So we're going to see, you know, what UMW can do with this priority on the cart. Death Star, Beef Bulgogi, going down immediately thanks to the Winston leap and the burst coming out from, I think, the Moira or the Echo. UMW fighting this battle 4v5, 4v4, 3v4. And Marietta looks like to be taking hold of this point. Our monkey in the back line, staying within his bubble, keeping him protected. Leaps to safety or into the enemy team, trying to get the pick onto the Kiriko. That's one support down. Moira not having any more healing juice. And UMW played that spectacularly.
Very nice.
They get picked off early, and they just brought it back. Holy cow.
I think you gotta give the flowers to our support here, because one of them goes down. Like, I mean, realistically, at least in that fight, they didn't feel any pressure.
I don't know. I wouldn't say they didn't feel pressure, but they played. I mean, pressure makes diamond, and boy howdy, UMW's loves pressure.
Under pressure.
We're getting the
Push it
first
down on
capture
me.
point on our side, which means we have forward spawns, which means we're gonna be spawning closer to that cart now. UMW having 4 ults to play around with. Coalescence comes out from Marietta, and UMW is going to be falling back and releasing one of our ultimates, the Overclock. Gets the pick onto the Moira that's coalescing in Zacharias. Is going to be finding the monkey that is raging behind and is just going to retreat back. Genji on the back line gets stickied by the Echo and goes down.
But we
UMW on the back foot.
do have, now we're back to long spawn, but that is A-okay. UMW still 3 ults to our name, to Marietta's 2. They do have the Genji ult, which could determine the pace of this next battle, but we are going to have Lucy ult soon, and we just need to time it properly. Pinsky jumping in, taking advantage of the more lax nature. Zacharias able to get out there, doing so much right now as Pinsky is going to go back in, pressuring down this Kiriko. Here comes the Genji ult, trying to get a little bit of pressure from Marietta, but we are going to pop Primal.
And Beat comes out, saves the team. Your Mom is Joe goes down alongside with Juggernaut. Genji trying to make something to work. Echo trying to save the game. You are not the hero of this story. UMW is. And we take control of this cart once again. We still have the lead. And now, a cool thing about this game mode is when you're initially pushing the cart, the robot goes slow. But whenever you go back to the enemy team, once that payload has been pushed, the robot can sprint back. So it can get back to the payload much faster to slowly push it. So UMW already gaining ground, 16 meters since I started talking. They swap on over to the Reaper from the Genji, trying to go for a more tank buster pick into this Winston. Pinsky falling back, respecting the space that this Reaper can create, and it looks like we're just gonna wait and fight as 5 once we get all of our members back up.
Yeah, big thing here
UMW
is just
playing this
making sure
corner.
we don't give them anything for free.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to give anyone anything for free, right? But it looks like UMW is able to trade support for DPS. I would say this is UMW favorite right now. Support is much more crucial than a DPS. Marietta is going to get forward spawns right now. Katsune Rush comes out from UMW. Pinsky on the back foot, but able to get healed up by his team. Echo 1 HP, forced to pop ultimate to try to get health back. Gets to the Winston, and it looks like Marietta is able to turn this fight around onto UMW. Safi, it got the cart, it kidnapped the payload, and it's pushing it back, but gets confronted by the Winston on respawn.
He's forced to leave, though. He has no supports. There's nothing he can do. Kiriko's a little too far away, but now being able to fully regroup here, we do have pulse. We have 4 ults to our name, to Marietta's almost 2. The Reaper pick isn't really doing what Marietta hoped it was. as Pinsky's going to set up and try to find a cheeky little angle on this backline, force some cooldowns out. It's going to be really important as we do lose out on Lucio beat here. Zach is going to be able to jump out as Primal is popped.
Reaper trying to get some type of Death Blossom angle and forced to Wraith out due to being way too low HP. But Safi has 60 HP. Tracer, one of the squishiest characters in the game, has to retreat. Pinsky popping Primal Rage, using that extra health bar, surviving with 30 HP. Holy cow, that was close. Beat comes out from UMW. We're pushing forward. Death Blossom comes out. Beat thankfully protects it. Zacharias goes down, but no thanks to UMW. We're able to get the pick. Suzu comes out. No Clankas is 1v1ing this Winston and winning and gets the pick. And UMW team wipes. We start pushing this payload. Now, Marietta got that payload far, but UMW still holds the lead by 3 meters.
If it comes down to it, that's all we need.
Zach is going to switch over to the Genji. He popped overclock there, so that does mean that no ultimate is going to be lost. We are building up our way back to a Kitsune rush at the same time that their Echo is going to be looking for
Winston using the leap.
Beautiful play from people. Go be able to get out there for free. Sappy regrouping here. UMW trying to play as a whole, not individually. That's going to be the most important thing, especially going into this. Kitsune Rush coming out, going to be trying to help UMW out here as UMW forced to regroup here. Pinsky's going to be able to pick down one before having to jump out. Fives on the side here is going to get found out as Beef Bulgogi has to run. Jump coming in. That support is going to get found out before Pinsky does go down. That's a-okay. Both your supports are gone. UMW is going to be able to fight a little bit prolonged when it does come down to it. 2.48 meters away from Marietta taking back the lead and a minute left. Every fight, every life, every death matters here, and I think UMW are up in terms of ults.
These next 2 fights are going to be intense.
Beautiful pick.
Oh my gosh, UMW pushing forward on the pick on the Echo. They lose a lot of DPS because, I mean, Winston does not have a lot of damage. Moira has a decent bit of damage for support, but just not enough. Winston all by himself right now, forced to leap away to his teammates, and UMW stalling this game out.
And a stagger.
Stagger pick not only on the Winston, but also on the Moira. Right?
Sappy leave! Sappy, get out!
She's forced to recall to not get hit by all of those stickies. And UMW with the ult very close on ults.
Ult management is going to be the name of the game in this last fight. If UMW are able to play up in terms of our ults right now, I think we're going to be able to win it. Reaper is building up to a Death Blossom right here, which could be curtains. Pinsky's forced to jump out. Live as the enemy Winston is going to jump in as well. Beef Bulgogi's going to be able to take a pick and also live off of it. That is so important as Sappy is going to jump in and pressure this Reaper from behind. Here comes the Death Blossom. Zach's going to be able to pick off one. Forced away from this Reaper, now dashing back in, seeing his opportunity. Reaper so low, there's no supports left as Zach is going to be the next one to fall. But Pinsky actually in the backline dueling the Reaper and winning as the
oh my gosh!
UMW takes it to 2-2. Holy crap.
Oh my god.
Let me tell you, folks. Let me tell you, this game is close. All right. It was a dominant performance by Marietta those first 2 games, and I was getting quite scared. But game 3 comes out, and UMW stomps. Game 4, much closer this time, but I don't believe that it was ever out of UMW's hands. Marietta was able to push the envelope a little bit, but in my eyes, that game, and let me get closer to the mic real quick, right? That game was in UMW's hand the entire time. It never really left. Sure, we might have slipped a little bit, but it was never out of our grasp. Good job to UMW. We're going to Game 5 Flashpoint. I know I said the last 2 times, but this definitely has to be Flashpoint. And it's probably going to be New Junk City. That's my guess. Or it could be, is Atlas in map rotation?
What do they mean you banned the wrong thing?
Y'all banned Sim, not Soldier, lol. Oh. they typed soldier last. Soldier ban Malga. When we went into the game, they accidentally banned Symmetra. So,
But they weren't even trying to play Symmetra.
No, but because they banned Sim, that might have actually forced them off. Wait.
Oh, so that might be a remake then.
That could be a remake.
Well, no,
potentially.
not
Sorry,
technically because they played it out.
True.
They
there
did play it
was-
out.
There was nothing called. There could be getting an admin involved. However, it did say in chat that Soldier was banned. And at
And
the
they
end of the
banned
day, Marietta,
You
that was a close game. You almost won.
You remake at the beginning, not the end. If they had an issue with it, they should have said something.
They should have said something.
That is true. I didn't see anything in chat.
I didn't see anything in chat either.
Hey,
No,
Jack,
no,
go ahead
neither
and DM Zacharias really quick and let him know because they played it out.
In my eyes, I'm not saying this because we won, but since they played that game start to finish without saying anything, I believe that UMW still takes that round because they're only saying after they lost, you know?
Exactly.
And I feel like in my eyes, it would be kind of scummy to play out an entire game, lose, and because you lost, saying, "Oh, but you did this wrong, so we actually get the win." You know?
Yep. No, you're meant to say something before it even starts. That's how Rocket League works. That's how really any game works. If there's an issue, there's a certain amount of time in which that issue can be rectified, and if it's not, GG, go next.
Yep. We had literally had the same kind of issue in Smash where there was multiple accounts playing during competition, which is not which is not clearly stated in NECC regulation. So 10 minutes passed. 10 whole minutes passed in that game. So neither team, especially Marietta, not saying anything there.
Yeah,
More than 10.
You have to say something if it's wrong.
You have to bring something up.
Maybe something was said within the
NECC
is it
chat.
NECC? Yeah,
It
maybe
could've been,
something was
yeah.
said within the NECC chat that we didn't see or know about, but at least in game chat, which seems to be the preferred method of communication, nothing was said at all.
Yeah, you have to put your actual definitives. Okay, we ban this, we do this. Boom, in NECC chat for it to be, I guess, quote unquote, legal. But as far as the actual, oh, hey, did we say this or did we not? Or, hey, like we told you guys to hold up kind of thing. Then at that point, I mean, but even then, communicate through game. If we didn't see it, communicate through game. But, I mean, I guess they're only saying
And I'm sure they would have been, UMW would have been completely fine with the remake, like, oh, my fault, we didn't mean for that.
Exactly.
Maybe they accidentally banned it because Soldier and Sim are right next to each other.
It could have been.
No,
yeah.
it looks like we're playing it out. So we're going Suravasa next with a Sojourn ban, kind of targeting both our DPS there, since depending on the comp, either Sappy or Zacharias will be playing Sojourn.
But yeah, well, we got a quick second. Let me catch up with the chat here. Team came out great the last round. Great. Audible by Kasim. I couldn't agree more. Speaking to not this previous game, but the game before that, 100%. Couldn't agree more. Then we got some Eagles coming out. Radical with the W's in the chat. And then Esports Eric with a hashtag Get Dirty.
Go Wash!
Go Wash. Matthias with some emojis. Thank you very much. Good job, Eagles from CJ. Shout out to Zacharias. And then more Eagles from Radical Highway. Once again, reminding you that we are in a 3-minute delay. And that's about it. They played it out and they can't... wait, Shadow is putting in the 2 cents as well. They played it out. They can't wait till after the game is over to try and remake Raffle. I couldn't agree more.
I couldn't agree. Now, as we're waiting for this next game, ladies and gentlemen, you know, I like to play a little game with y'all.
Okay.
We're going to play a little bit of tic-tac-toe. I don't know if y'all can see this. Who would like to face me in tic-tac-toe first?
I'll do it.
All right. You can go first. Where do you want to go?
Dead middle.
Dead middle? All right. Do you want X's or O's?
Give me X's.
I would also like to say that
You said
teams are
O's?
agreeing to a 5-minute break.
Oh, I want X's.
You want X's? All right.
And of course, Chance is over here correcting me. Hang on. There we go.
All righty.
So where did you go? Hold it a little closer.
I am going to go in the bottom, I guess bottom right-hand corner.
Bottom right-hand corner. Okay, so I'm going to go to the top on your side that you just went.
Over here?
Yep. There you go, Chance.
Oh, frick. I messed that
No,
up.
that's okay. I'll take that.
All right. My apologies. So I'm going to go. I shall go here.
All right, then I want bottom middle.
Here.
Yep.
Trying to like do. Oh, frick.
Oh,
Oh, frick. All right, there we go. I guess I'll go up top. Block you off.
Then I'm gonna go far left middle. Other way.
Here?
Yeah,
Here?
right there.
All right. Well, I guess I'll counter.
All right,
And
then
then
put
you
me in the
go-
top there. Well, a
Yeah, it looks
draw.
like it's a draw out. Man.
So now that there's a
GG's,
5-minute wait, I can actually show you the full video now. Overwatch button activated.
Saki, yo, Thompson, ATP, Thompson, ATP.
Team, I don't want to switch Sam. I don't want to do this.
Round one. Capture.
Here's the TP.
Let's go.
Oh, you tried.
Pretty cool.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Cue ball.
we are back.
Cue ball. We need an update. Hang on. We're coming to you live. Boom. Let us hear it.
Alrighty, folks. So, 5-minute break is over and everything is good to go. No rule books will be happening on either side. So, we are going into a game 5 on Saravasa on on Flashpoint. Flashpoint is a pretty interesting game mode. It's like Capture Point, that first game mode we saw at the very beginning, but there's going to be 5 points located on within the same map, and they capture like 30 times faster than I don't know the exact percent. They capture a lot faster than the normal ones, and their team is going to be rushing around the map, capturing different points. So I'm interested to see what type of comps that we're going to be having.
Yeah, I mean, I do just want to mention, for those who know, remember when they released Clash and how much of a horrible show Clash was in comp? You can't even play Clash in comp anymore. It is a arena exclusive game mode.
I am a
Yeah,
hot
Because
dog.
it was such that is a hot dog. It is such a one-sided game mode if you are winning. And it's
Yeah.
just
You know what?
It fits arena better. But I wish low key, I would kind of like to see it in competitive.
You
I
know,
just
hang on,
like
hold that thought.
collegiate.
Hold that thought. I want to show off this as well
Hold
while we
it.
have a second. Look at this. Look at this. This is Star Wars lo-fi music. Come on. I made this today. Alright, that's all I need.
Is the be right back supposed to be all lowercase?
Yeah.
Initiating match.
Yeah, originally it was a BRB, but...
Ready,
Our-
Suravasa.
Sorry, I just
Going
need to
back in, baby.
throw it out there
Probably,
every once in a while.
in my opinion, I think this is the better of the two maps. Definitely a lot more cover and room to work around, where Junkertown is very, very open. So I'm interested to see what kind of team comps we will be running here. The Mauga is back online now.
Honestly, though,
and
we have an answer for it now. Like, we have an answer.
yeah, Marietta, but they're playing their full comp. We did ban Curie, so Suzu is now off the board, but that does not matter when we have Death Star on the Lucio and Fives on the Ana. That is going to be a direct shutdown to
And
Mauga.
who did we ban?
But they banned Sojourn, we banned Kiriko.
Gotcha.
Initial flashpoint.
Taking a look at UMW's comp. We're running the same thing before, a pretty dive-centric comp. So, I'm interested to see what is going to happen comparatively to the more team-fighty comp that is Marietta. Never mind, we completely missed the double elim grenade.
Yeah, come on, Jack. You're not a freaking film director, Quentin Tarantino. Get us on the action!
I'm bad!
Holy cow.
Cue ball, you gotta yell at him,
UMW,
too.
take that flashpoint. Jack! What the heck?
I'm sorry.
All right, take it away, Cue ball.
Well, we didn't get to see it, but that was a dominant performance.
Don't worry,
from
I'll be in the edit.
Coming out from Fives, from No Clankers, he gets it. We're already at 30% right now. SimTP trying to come out, trying to touch the point, but UMW's got a firm grasp on this. Mauga pushing forward alongside with enemy teams. And right now, we're just playing around. Lucio Genji dives in, gets dash, select on Mauga. Mauga wakes up. Zacharias is on the pick, destroys the immortality field. Baptiste is hanging on to dear life. And
Carries
UMW
with the 3K.
kept the running Mauga.
Yo, I honestly
And,
think we found another crutch. We found the Curie. As soon as the Curie's off the board, like, where's your Mauga going? Straight back to the respawn
they're
zone.
switching right off the sim and to the Cassidy now, trying to get a little bit more poke. I think you're right. UMW cracked the code.
Cassidy does have nice poke, but it's the flashbang or the stun grenade that comes out that stops the movement of Tracer and Genji and Lucio, right? It hinders them, denying them of all any types of movement abilities for a little bit. UMW going for the re-engage after losing the point. JQ getting the pick.
Oh my gosh.
And we capture this first point. Easy peasy, lemon breezy. 2 more and UMW take this reverse sweep. Knock on wood.
Yeah, Marietta, you had such a dominant start. And I think we realized that at the end of the day, it's not about what tank they play. It's not about what DPS they're running. It's the supports that are keeping them alive. And being able to take off the Moira that first go around, and now the Kiriko, the second. Just look at Zach absolutely running their backline. The DPS dynamic duo of Safi and Zach are absolutely unbeatable right now. And
Jack, now that you mention it, I think that's the difference between high skill and low skill, right? Because I'm obviously brand new to the game, but you and Sean, you guys even said it yourself. It's like one of those things where you don't really realize it until you get a little bit better at the game. I'm now realizing that it was more than just the Mauga. It was exactly what they saw in results. Boom, in front of your face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And right here, this is the perfect angle because now you don't have a Kiri to cleanse this. Mauga accepting defeat and Zach with a 4 game.
Holy cow. Just to break down what just happened. So,
I was
at the
trying
very
not to
beginning of
cough,
the game,
that's what
right,
happened.
we banned the Kiriko. And the reason why we banned Kiriko is because of that cleanse ability. The only way to get rid of anti-heal is through that cleanse, right? UMW playing Jungle Queen, her ultimate anti-heals the entire crowd, right? Zacharias comes in, blades, gets those picks, then UMW's none the wiser, right? Cage Fight comes out from Malga trying to get something, but he's anti
Oh
by
my
the
gosh.
Ana. Again, no cleanse from Kiriko because Kiriko is banned, right? Coalescence
Unfortunate.
saving the game for Marietta. Shout comes through. It's the 1v2, forcing the Moira. Moira has to fade. UMW's holding this point for as long as possible. Hit the dagger, gets the pick, but I don't believe that he's able to hold.
No, people.
Oh,
Star can touch.
Death
We
Star
can't get-
gets
he
on
has
the
to get
point,
off,
but he
though.
has to give. He has
He
to give.
has to give. You don't want to stagger yourself there, and especially when it's just it's so important. That's such an
Especially on-
important fight.
yeah. Especially
And they
on
have so much
Flashpoint.
percent to work with.
We just wait for the team, wait for our tank to come back. We push in with our we don't really have an ult advantage per se, but I mean we push in, preferably from high ground. Tracer, Genji get the pick onto that Ana or onto that Moira or force fade. Malga, I mean, oh my goodness. They were able to push through, gets 2 pick onto our Zacharias and to 5s. Is a lost fight, but we do gain ult charge off of
Taffy
it.
able to grab one before going down, though. That's really, really good. Kind of hurting a little bit of Marietta's flow. We do have the Carnage back online, so that is going to be a massive ult for UMW to try to sway this fight. And we're getting this could be it. UMW, this is your one shot right now to try to turn this fight back in your favor. This is a perfect angle for Pinsky right now, being able to turn it on both their supports, picking up one. Remember to get on point though.
Hits 2. Marietta forced to fall back. It's just Malga. Moira is down. Malga gets the pick. 3v1. Is not
Bang!
able to do anything. UMW take this point up once again. And hey, you know what? 2-0.
We're looking
UMW
good.
only needs one more point. One more
look at-
point.
And just look at the sheer ult economy at both these teams. We have both our DPS ults. We are building up to our Lucio ult as well. And on the opposing side, all they have to work with is a Genji ult. That's the closest thing. You think 60%'s a lot, but that's not. That's almost 2 fights worth of percent if UMW play this right.
Now, UMW was not first to get onto the point, and unfortunately, that shows as the Genji and the Malga are able to get reset. Zacharias forcing, understanding, yep, it's my time to go.
But no
And
ults were used.
Ult
But no
economy,
no
though.
ults were
ults were used.
Ult
No
economy.
ults were used. Now, take a look at chat real quick. Esports Eric saying we will have a Be Right Back arena cam soon. Now
Can't
that, I am excited for that.
This is
Blade
the enemy Genji ult.
comes out,
You
gets
don't want
picked.
to use anything yet. Zach is going to be able to pick up one in a beautiful.
Oh my gosh!
Moira forced the fade. Malga happy.
Oh, what a waste!
Cage fight. And UMW, Sappy and Zacharias slay Marietta University. I forgot their name.
Stone cold. Stone cold. And that's so
That-
important too. Those are 2 massive ults for Marietta now completely off the board. Where UMW, we used 1 and completely turned the tide of that fight there.
Man, I mean, we saw on King's Row, right? That Blade and Malga ult combo. They won't have that for this final fight. Rush and B come through, get picked onto the Echo. Zacharias, not Zacharias, the Genji is low. 5s or no clankers gets picked down, but that's all
Oh
right
my
because
God.
it is a 1-for-5 trade. Team wipe, UMW. I mean,
And
if I
our
were them,
ults.
I would be really. If I were them, I would be really greedy and
They
I
have
would push
no-
forward.
You're relying entirely on this Echo, and I think they're going to look to try to copy Pinsky here. It's the only chance at trying to reclaim this fight. And Pinsky, you have to play so safe. You know that they're going to try to copy you, and you are now on total carnage. This is going to be the most important ult of the fight. Nano coming out,
Nano-
going to be focusing down this Malga, and he's dead. This fight is basically already over from UMW. Zach
I
popping
wouldn't
the
get
Genji blade
over
as
just yet. We have the Echo ult coming through, copying the Tracer. Probably not the target that she wanted to get. Genji gets the pick onto our Genji. It is now just a 2v2 tank.
What a blade!
Yes. Oh my gosh, misses the cleave.
No.
Hits Dome.
Get him!
Sappy and Death Star get onto the point. Ana coming back. Malga is 1v3.
Mess him
Gets
up.
slept. Moira is coming back. We throw the Ana grenade. The anti is onto the Malga. We're just waiting for the take. And Marietta is able to reclaim this point. But no thanks to our team. We get the pick. Right now, it is now up 4-2-2. Tracer forcing recall, and Beepo Gogi falls off the map. I'm not sure what just happened, but
goodness.
Sicarius and Sappy are having to play this back room, play health packs. Malga, no HP, no heals, gets it. Junker Queen back onto the point. UMW reclaim the objective, and it looks to be like a
MW! Oh
Take
my
the reverse
gosh.
sweep. Not even
That is
close.
exactly
Not even
how I'm
close.
feeling.
Was not sweating it at all.
Oh my.
Little bit of UMW magic. Holy crap. That was a series. That was a long, hard-fought series. The UMW reigns supreme.
Bringing it to a game 5. Now, Sean, you have a responsibility now. You have to go get somebody for an interview.
Oh boy, who do I get?
I don't know, but we'll find out after this commercial break.
At UMW, we believe a name carries more weight when it's been forged by persistent dedication and hard work. It thrives when it's been driven to confront challenges with an open mind. Nurtured by long hours of unwavering commitment, amidst a community full of compassion and a sense of belonging. At the University of Mary Washington, your name will take flight in the spirit of innovation and will gain the confidence and courage to pursue dreams you never imagined possible, knowing it matters to build a life of meaning. University of Mary Washington, where you matter.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I believe Sean has somebody special for you. Sean, who do you got tonight?
I have someone special. It is a friend that is very near and dear to my heart. The one, the only Joshua Byrne. Come on in here. Let me get you a headset. Put this on.
thank you.
You're very welcome. And welcome to the interview. Now, Josh, I have to say, those first two games, I was a little scared. I'm not gonna lie. The first two maps, and especially on maps that we've been known to be like dominant on, we were losses. But the reverse sweep, that comeback, how did you guys do it? What was the thing that clicked?
So you're right. You're right. The first two maps were rough, right? What happened on Lijiang Tower, we think, and this is just quick 50-minute or 50-second little talk between us. We think they banned the Lucio right out the gate, right? Something we've never seen. We've never run Lijiang Tower without a Lucio. So we were kind of caught out. We didn't know what to do. We didn't have our speed. We didn't really know where we were supposed to be almost. You know what I mean? It wasn't our Lijiang Tower. So we think that's why we lost Lijiang Tower, and then King's Row. Man, we just did not know what to do with the Malga.
Yeah, I mean, that Malga was just a wall of HP in that Moira. You know, how we saw it was that Genji is just not able to 1v1 a lot of like beam characters,
It's
right?
hard.
So I think you banned the Symmetra that game, right? Moira comes out the gate, is able to heal a lot, and you know, I think what did it in for me was Pinsky getting the long spawn at overtime.
That's what cooked us. We were
That was so unfortunate.
so we calmed it. We knew we reset too late there. What should have happened there is we should have all died together while they were still capturing point. But it seems like we forgot that maybe capturing point wasn't the end all be all for them, right? They don't get any extra time since it's second cap.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually capped and pushed a little bit, right? We
Right.
didn't just cap. So what we should have done is we should have reset. We should have let them have the cap and then taken that last fight while they were in OT, while they were pushing it out.
Right.
Instead, we decided to go back in and fight, and we died. We got staggered, and Pinsky was not able to make it back in time. Zach tried to touch, but it was mistimed, and
Yeah, it was just close. And even then, I'm not sure if he was able to live long enough. But besides those two games, man, game 3,
Wow.
what happened?
Jesus.
I think
So-
the Moira ban came out. He was forced on Baptiste. Sigma comes through. It was night and day difference.
so we decided that their supports were their worst players rank wise, right? And they were both one tricks. A Mercy one trick, or a Kiri one trick, and a Moira one trick. So first we banned the Moira, right? We were like, save our Genji, ban the Moira. And I think the player just didn't know what to do on Baptiste, right? Like the Malgo would come out, Pinsky was holding height, Malgo would come out, and the Bap would just throw Immo field right where our whole team could see it.
And just it gets domed immediately.
Right. It's just over, right? We ended up doing really well that time as well. When they did the sim TPs, we actually run a similar comp ourselves in some scrims with Reinhardt. So we'll run Reinhardt, and what we'll do is we'll sim TP just like they did, except we have a Rein shield to back us up. They didn't have that. So we actually recognized that mid-game, and we were like, look, if they sim TP, all we have to do is group up and live, and then they're all in a ball. We can just damage, right? I don't know if we have any awkward fans in chat, but damage. That's his favorite line.
We have a few questions over here.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, Weenie Man and
Shy guy.
A little backstory for you guys before the game starts. Me and our lovely no clankers were faking a beef the entire time. I'm not sure how many people we got on Overwatch with our little prank there.
one and Pinsky.
And
Loki.
Okay, so yeah, we were trolling just a little bit, and I was hoping that didn't mess up any mental or anything. Obviously, we only got like one person, so either way, I apologize for that. We were always going to have an Overwatch stream. We'll never miss it. Now, to our questions. I have two. So when it came to that accidental ban on Sim, was that as much as like of an issue as like what happened behind the scenes with that one? Like, because I know maybe they were going to play it or not. I don't know.
So what happened was they said ban Soldier. Zach accidentally clicked Sim, right?
Because they're right next to each other.
Thankfully, nobody played Soldier, so nobody played the banned character, so that's okay. They waited until after the map to say, you guys banned the wrong person. So we were wondering, like, are they going to try and rulebook us? What should we do if they do? Because they waited so long. Our prediction is, or I guess our theory is that they were going to try and place him to teleport out of spawn to get to the robot before overtime, and they went to click Sim, and Sim wasn't there.
Makes sense. So at the end of the day, I mean, realistically though, it was still too late. Game had already been played. You can't really say something after the fact. Okay.
Right. So if one of us had played Soldier, then yes, they could have,
Gotcha.
and that would have been
okay.
bad.
So
but
then
we didn't because.
Yeah. No. Question number 2 for you though. So as we look at the Overwatch season as it is right now, and we look at where you guys have come from and where you guys are going, is there something specific to like I guess your guys' team comp? Sappy being the new person on the crew. Is there something that like separates you guys from last season to like now? Like,
I think it's our coach. I think it's Kasim FPS. He's a blessing to this team, honestly. And I don't say that lightly. No, I really just think it's our 5'3" Asian king.
I think Kasim is a goat too as well.
Kasim's kind of a goat.
I can't remember if he's 5'3" or 5'5", so I just went with 5'5".
Okay, well either way, Jack, do you have any questions for our lovely Death Star here?
Indeed I do. So let me take this off. So.
Oh, it's Jack.
What?
Hey, whoa.
Oh.
So going from that like game 2, you guys are 0-2. Your sights are setting on the undefeated season. What is being said to reverse sweep? Like, what are the comms looking like in between each game?
Okay, so there's 2 sets of comms that could answer your question here. One comes from our Lord and Savior Kasim, and one comes from us. I'll start with the one that comes from us, and that is lock the freak in. repeated about 20 times, right? And so we did, right? Also was said, we've done this before with Ramapo College. We were up 2-0. We went down to 2-2, right? Similar situation. We played Rialto and we stomped. And that's exactly what happened tonight. We lost 2, we played Rialto, we stomped, and that was the turn of the tide that we really needed. Now from Kasim. Kasim is currently in, I believe it's in Atlanta, Georgia at DreamHack. He alerted us to the fact that his upstairs neighbors were potentially engaging in coitus.
Oh.
And we thought that was funny. So that really lifted our spirits after the 0-2 down, you know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
That plus the 5-minute break. And I mean, the 5-minute break was before the last game, but it really allowed us to take a little bit of a breather between the games and not get stuck in that rut of loss.
For sure.
And then I guess my second comment is, when it comes to the bands, we kept saying the Malga band's gonna come. The Malga band's gonna come. Did it really feel like that Malga was just this unkillable demon? Or was it more the supports that you guys kind of shut down hard?
Our issue with the Malga was not that he was unkillable. 2 things with the Malga. 1, we took way too much poke from him before the fight, right? So we were all half HP with no cooldowns trying to fight him. And that doesn't work with Malga. I mean, you guys play Overwatch, you know. Malga thrives when you have nothing, and he has 2 chain guns shooting at you. Yeah. And 2, the Malga was not the biggest issue on the team. It was their 2 DPS, right? So we really realized that we were going to ban the Malga. We had said we are going to ban Malga, whatever. And then we got there and we're like, it's not Malga. We need to get rid of their DPS. We need to stop their DPS from angling, and then the Malga's not an issue. Just go past him.
It's exactly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I called it. It's exactly what I said.
Yeah,
I think I said that the supports though was like the supports like you just need to ban the Moira and just get them out of here and then like force them off comfort.
Right.
And the Kiri band was so strong. It literally shut them down.
We were debating. We for that map we were trying to decide between either banning Kiri, banning Zarya, no ban. But Zach didn't want to ban the Zarya because they don't play Zarya, and so he felt like it was maybe a throw, right? I didn't want to ban Kiri. I'll be honest, because we play Kiri, and with that comp, I just wanted to play Comfort, and I wanted to get map 3 over with. But I think banning Kiri there was the right choice because it forced them off their one trick, and it forced them into something that they're uncomfortable with, which is the Baptiste, and we won.
Yeah.
Sean, do you have any final remarks or questions for our lovely Death Star here before we head on out?
I don't think though. I don't think so. I believe that like this was a very close game, and you guys should be very proud with the comeback that you're able to do. Not every day you get to see a reverse sweep, especially one as dominant as we just saw. So you should be very proud of yourselves. All right, and thank you so much for coming in and being interviewed. It's a pleasure talking to you.
It's nice to see you back on stream, Sean.
I know. I hopefully we can do this a little bit more. I do love commentating Overwatch, but we'll see. But I think that's it from me. If you guys have anything else, I think this might be wraps.
Yeah, well, either way, thanks for joining us, Josh, once again. Let's go UMW, baby. Shout out to Fred Nats and shout out everybody else. We'll catch you next time.
Shout out to the undefeated season.
And undefeated season,
Take
baby.
care.
Let's get it.
Undefeated season.
Farewell.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.